Welcome back to Minecraft. I'm Dave, and today we're going to be building the Cleveland Cavaliers logo in honor of them making it to the NBA Finals. Hopefully I'll be trying to build the Golden State Warriors logo also and get it posted toward the end of this week. So, this is the way the logo looks. This build's been requested by quite a few different subscribers. They include Bradley World, Brandon Marrero, Diego Espinoza, and Austin Cole. So this is the way it looks. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I definitely think it'll fit in with a lot of the NBA logos that we've been working on this map. So I definitely would like you to give it a try, and let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright, for this build we're going to need 4 different types of wool. The first is yellow, then blue, red, and finally white. So we're going to start out with our yellow wool. As you can see, I've already got 1 piece of yellow wool down. To the left of this, we're going to add 2 pieces of yellow wool. So 1 and 2. Now we can go ahead and just build up directly above the yellow that we just placed with 1 piece of blue. To the left of that, we're going to add 1 piece of yellow. Now to the right, we're going to go ahead and add 1 piece of blue. And now we're going to add 4 pieces of yellow to the right of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now directly above this last piece of yellow we just added, we're going to build up 1 piece of blue. To the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 3 pieces of yellow. So 1, 2, and 3. Now to the left, we're going to go ahead and we'll add 2 pieces of our blue. So 1 and 2, followed by 1 piece of yellow. Now 1 piece of blue. Now 1 piece of yellow. 1 piece of blue. And finally 1 piece of yellow. Okay, now we can go ahead and move up. And we're going to go ahead and just build up directly above this yellow with 1 piece of yellow. And here for the first couple blocks, we're going to follow the same pattern that we did on the row below. So we're going to do 1 blue, 1 yellow, and now here's where our switch is going to come. We're going to add 2 blue then right here, so 1 and 2. Now we're going to add 3 yellow, so 1, 2, and 3, followed by 2 blue, 1 and 2, and now 1 yellow. Okay, let's go ahead and move up. We're going to go ahead and add 1 piece of yellow directly above the yellow here. And this time we're going to be adding 5 blue. So that will end up covering these 3 yellow blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to our yellow. Add 1 block of yellow. Go ahead and switch back to blue. Add 1 piece of blue. Now we're going to go ahead and add 2 pieces of yellow. So 1 and 2. We're going to follow this with 1 piece of blue. Now go ahead and switch to your yellow. We're going to add 4 pieces of yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and switch to blue. We're going to add 3 pieces of blue. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead now and switch to your red. Add 1 block of red. Follow that now with 1 block of our blue. So there's 1. Now we're going to be adding 5 blocks of our red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add 3 blocks of blue. 1, 2, and 3. And finally, let's just add 1 block of yellow. Okay. So now what we need to do is we kind of need to build down a little bit here in the middle. This is kind of the base of the basketball on the kind of the middle portion of the build. So let's go ahead and we'll start over here on the left. And what we're going to do is we will go ahead and move in 1 block from the left. So directly below this first blue block, we're going to build 3 blocks of yellow. So that's just going to end up covering these 3 blue blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead now and switch to your blue. And we're going to be adding 7 blocks of blue, and that should take us all the way over here to this red block here that's by itself. So let's go ahead and add those. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's where we're at with that. Go ahead now and switch to your yellow. And we're just going to build underneath these 3 blue blocks with 3 yellow blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, we just need to build directly below these 7 blue blocks that we placed with 7 yellow blocks. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go back out here on the far right. And we're going to build up 1 block of our yellow here on the far right. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to be adding 6 blocks. Well, no, I think we'll do 7 blocks actually. We'll do 7 blocks of blue. So, and that'll almost be done. That'll actually be done with the handle of the sword. So, and then we'll just kind of start moving up into the interior of the build. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now go ahead and switch to your yellow. Add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1 and 2. Now follow that with 2 blocks of blue, so 1, 2. Now go ahead and switch to your yellow. Add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1, 2, followed by 1 block of blue. Now we're going to add 2 blocks of our red, so 1, 2. Go ahead and switch to your yellow now. And we're going to be adding 6 blocks of our yellow, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead now and switch to the red. We're going to add 5 blocks of our red, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead now and switch to the yellow. And we're going to add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1 and 2. Go ahead and switch to the blue. We're going to add 1 block of blue. Now switch to your white. And we're going to be adding 6 blocks of our white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now to the left of that, we're going to add 1 block of blue, followed by 1 block of yellow. So this is actually going to be pretty much the base of the C, so we're going to go ahead and build down a couple rows underneath this now. So we'll start out here on the far left side. So we're going to go ahead and move in 1 from the left, and directly below this blue block here, we're going to place 1 block of yellow. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 1 block of blue, and you can add 4 blocks of white now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by 1 blue, and then 1 yellow. Let's go ahead and move down again. We'll start over here on the left. So move in 1 from the left, directly below the blue. Let's add 1 block of yellow. Now we're going to add 4 blocks of our blue underneath the white, so it'll cover up all the white. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by 1 block of yellow. And now we just need to cap off the base of the build here. So we're just going to build directly below these 4 blue blocks that we just added with 4 yellow. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. Let's go ahead and move out to the right hand side, since that's kind of where we've been focusing on building thus far. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to be building up on the far right side, directly above the yellow. So just place 1 block of yellow there. Now to the left of that, we're going to go ahead and be adding 5 blocks of yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 1 block of blue. Go ahead and switch to your yellow now. And we're going to be adding quite a few yellow here. So the yellow is actually going to extend all the way to the end of the red right there. So I'll go ahead and give you the count to that block. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, including this one that we added. So 10 blocks of yellow from that block of blue there. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch to our blue here. And we're going to go ahead and add 5 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 1 block of our yellow. Now go ahead and switch to your red. And we're just going to duplicate the red that's directly below it. So there's going to be 5 blocks of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to the left of that, go ahead and add 1 block of yellow, followed by 1 blue. Now let's go ahead and we will add 3 blocks of, let's do 2 blocks of white actually to the left of this. So 1 and 2. Now let's follow that with 2 blocks of blue. So 1, 2. And now, I'm just trying to think if that's what I want to do. Let's just back up a little bit. I think what I actually want to do, let's go ahead and knock out those 2 blue that we added. Let's go ahead and place 1 block of white here, and then follow that with 1 block of blue. Now to the left of that, we're going to go ahead and add 3 blocks of white. So 1, 2, and 3. Follow that now with a blue and a yellow. Okay, now let's go ahead and just build up. We'll start over here on the left-hand side this time. So directly above the yellow we just placed, let's add 1 block of yellow. Follow that with 1 block of blue. Now follow that with 3 blocks of white, so 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead now and switch to your blue. And we're going to be adding 5 blocks of blue, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go ahead and switch to our yellow. And we're basically going to be connecting this yellow block here on the layer below with this yellow block over here. So that's going to be 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks of yellow. Okay, now let's go ahead and add 1 block of blue. Now let's go ahead and switch to our white, and we're going to follow this now with 4 blocks of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead now and switch to your blue, and we're going to go ahead and add 8 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now let's switch to our yellow. We're going to add 3 blocks of yellow, so 1, 2, and 3, followed by 1 block of blue, and then 1 block of yellow. Okay, so as you can see, that's the base of the sword basically that goes through the middle of the logo. That's now complete, so we can pretty much move on from there, and we're just going to start focusing on mostly the lettering on the middle of the build, and then we'll get to the point where we're going to focus on the basketball at the top of the build. Alright, so let's go ahead and move back in here. Directly above the yellow that we just placed, we're going to go ahead and build up 1 block of yellow. Now go ahead and switch to your blue, and we're going to be adding 6 blocks of blue going to the left of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're going to be adding white all the way to this block of blue right here. So basically it'd be a diagonal from the white here is where we would end up. So that's going to be 6 blocks of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So see, there's where our diagonal starts right there. Okay, now go ahead and switch to your blue. And we're going to be building quite a few blue here. So it's going to end up being 9 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to our white. We're going to add 2 blocks of white, so 1 and 2. Follow this now with 1 block of blue. Go ahead and switch back to the white. Add 1 block of white, followed by 1 blue, and then 1 white. And now we're going to go ahead and put down 2 blocks of blue, so 1 and 2. Follow that with 3 blocks of our white, so 1, 2, 3, then 1 blue, and then go ahead and follow that with 1 yellow. Okay, let's go ahead and move up. We're going to go ahead and throw down 1 yellow, followed by 1 blue. Now 3 white, 1, 2, and 3, followed by 2 blue, so 1 and 2. Now add 1 white. Actually, we're going to add 3 white, excuse me. 1, 2, and 3. So there's our 3 white, and that's basically going to be the base of the A. Now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of blue. We're going to follow that with 1 block of white, then 1 blue, then 1 white. Let's go ahead and add 1 block of blue, followed by 1 white, one blue, one white. Alright, now to the right of this, we're going to go ahead and add quite a few blue. So the blue is going to go all the way from this point right here, all the way to the outskirts of this white over here. I'll go ahead and give you the count. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Plus 10, including that block right there. So that'd be 10 blocks of blue. As you can see, it just ends up covering up the white on the row below. So now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 5 blocks of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, messed up there. Alright, now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 2 blocks of blue. So 1 and 2. And now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of yellow. Alright, so this is what we're looking like thus far. I think rather than start on the right here, we're going to go ahead and start out here on the left-hand side. And I think we might do that from now on, just to make sure that I get the lettering the way that I want it to look. So let's go ahead and move up. We're going to move in 1 from the left, so directly above the blue here, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of yellow. So there that is. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 1 blue. Go ahead and follow that with 3 white, so 1, 2, and 3. Followed by 1 block of blue, then 1 white, then 1 blue, then 1 white, then 1 blue. It's going to be a lot of alternating here, but we'll just keep going with it. Now 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white. Well, actually, no, more than 1 white. We'll do 3 white here again. I messed that up again on this one. So there's 1, 2, and 3, because that's going to be another A basically. So it's going to be following a similar pattern to the A right here. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 1 block of blue. Now follow that with 3 blocks of white. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now let's go ahead and we will add 1 block of our blue, followed by 1 block of white. Now we're going to go ahead and we will add, I'm just trying to think what I want to do here. I don't know if I want to go, yeah, I think we might go with blue. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add blue going all the way out to the end of this white right here. So I'll go ahead and give you the count for that. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 blocks of blue. I'm just trying to make sure that that's what I want to do here. I'm almost thinking where the L is, which is where these 3 blocks of white are. I might want to pull that down 1, but I don't know for sure yet. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what this looks like really quick. So we have these 3 blocks of white right here. Let's go ahead and knock out the 2 on the left, so 1, 2. Let's go ahead and knock out the 2 below it of blue blocks. Let's try to add 2 white. And then what we'll do is on the left side, add 1 white, then 1 blue. I'm just trying to think if that'll be okay. I don't know if we want it to look like that or not. I think on this right 1 block of white, let's just go ahead and knock that down 2 as well. Add 1 white, then 1 blue. And I think that'll look a little bit better. So basically all we did was we moved those 3 white blocks down 1 row, and above it we added a white and 2 blue. So that's what we would have done instead of the 3 blue blocks. Or no, not the 3 blue blocks, the 3 white blocks, excuse me. So we move that down a row. I think it'll end up looking a little bit better. And I think one more thing that we might want to change is that we might want to start with the bottom of the E actually. So as you can see, this will be the base of the L right here, because we have the C, the A, V, A, L, and this will be the I. So to the right of that, we have 1 block of blue. Then let's go ahead and knock out these next 3 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, and 3. And where those were, let's just go ahead and place 3 blocks of white. So 1, 2, and 3. I think this is going to look a little bit better. Sorry for the confusion if there was any. I'm hoping that you guys can still follow along. I don't think it should be that difficult. I tried to explain it as best I could. There's just a little bit of free building, especially when you're working with letters. It gets a little bit complicated in pixel art, but hopefully you're able to follow. Like I said, we just moved the 3 white blocks that were right here down 1 row, and above it we placed 1 blue or 1 white and then 2 blue. And then to the right of where the eye would be, we skipped 1 block where we left a blue, knocked out 3 and placed 3 white. So that's all we did. Hopefully you were able to follow that. Okay, now to the right we have these 5 blue blocks right here. To the right of that we're going to go ahead and add 2 blocks of white. So 1 and 2. Okay, now to the right of that let's go ahead and add 1 block of blue followed by 1 block of yellow. Okay, let's go ahead and move back to the front of the build here on the left hand side. And we're going to go ahead and we will end up building directly above the yellow, but we're going to add 1 block of blue directly above the yellow. To the left of that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of yellow. To the right, we're going to add 1 block of blue. Now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 3 white blocks, just like the row below. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to follow that with 2 blocks of our blue. So 1 and 2. Now go ahead and switch to your white. We're going to follow that with 2 blocks of white. So 1, 2. As you can see, that A is now complete. Now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of our blue, followed by 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white. Now we're going to be adding 3 blue, so 1, 2, and 3, followed by 1 white. Now 1 blue. Now 1 white. Go ahead and switch to your blue here. And we're going to be adding 3 blue, so 1, 2, and 3, followed by 1 white, 1 blue.
Are you listening?
1 white. I'm just trying to think if that's what we want our R to look like. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll keep it like that. Followed by 1 blue. Actually 2 blue, excuse me. So 2 blue. And now we're going to go ahead and add 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 yellow. So as you can see, our lettering is really starting to take shape. We're getting really close to being done with that. So let's go ahead and move back to the left-hand side of the build now. Directly above the yellow, we're going to go ahead and add 1 block of blue with 1 block of yellow to the left of that. To the right, we're going to go ahead and switch to our white now. And we're going to go ahead and we were going to be building 5 blocks of our white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go ahead and follow that with 2 yellow. So 1, 2. Go ahead and switch to your blue now. And we're going to be adding quite a bit of blue here. So as you can see, this A right here, we build into it. So we're going to do the same thing on this row. So we're going to end up building all the way here to this white block on the left of the A. So that's going to end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be 8 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, like I said, that was 8 blocks of our blue. Now to the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 2 blocks of white. So 1 and 2, followed by 1 block of blue. Now 1 block of white. Now we're going to be adding 3 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, and 3, followed by 1 block of white. Now 1 blue. Now 2 white, 1 and 2. Follow that with 2 blue, 1, 2. I'm just trying to think. I want this R to look good, but I just don't. I'm just trying to think how I want it to look. I think what we'll do is we will go ahead and we're gonna just keep the same pattern that we've got already. So let's add 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white. Whoops. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna add 2 blue. So 1, 2. Now one white, one blue, and one yellow. Alright, so here's what we're looking like. Okay, let's go ahead and move in here on the left-hand side. And directly above the yellow, on the row below, we're going to go ahead and place one block of our blue. Now, to the left of that, we're going to go ahead and we'll add one block of yellow. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the right, and we're going to be adding 4 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1 and 2. Followed by 2 blocks of blue, 1, 2. Now go ahead and we'll do... I'm just trying to think how I want this to look. I'll actually add 1 more block of blue to the right. And to the right of that, let's go ahead and add 1 block of yellow. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. And we're going to add 4 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, I don't know if we want to do 4. Just trying to think. We'll just do 3. We'll end right there with that way. Okay. Now go ahead and switch to your white. Let's add 2 blocks of white, so 1 and 2. Now go ahead and switch to the blue. And we're going to be adding quite a bit of blue here. So the blue is going to extend all the way from here, kind of on the left side of this A, all the way over till we hit the I, basically. So that's going to be 8 blocks of blue, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 1 block of our white, followed by 1 blue. Now 1 white. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. We're going to add 3 blue, so 1, 2, and 3. Followed by 2 blocks of white, so 1 and 2. Followed now by 2 blocks of our blue here, so 1 and 2. Followed by 2 blocks of white, so 1 and 2. And now let's go ahead and add a blue and a yellow. And there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and move back in here on the left-hand side. And we're going to start out with our yellow. Over here on the far left, we're going to end up adding 6 blocks of yellow going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and follow that now with 3 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, and 3. Now 1 yellow. Actually, we'll do 2 yellow, excuse me. So there's 2. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. And we're going to add 2 blocks of blue, so 1 and 2. Now we're going to follow that with 5 blocks of white, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's add 1 block of blue. Go ahead and switch to the white now, and we're going to add 5 blocks of white, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Follow this now with 3 blocks of blue, so 1, 2, and 3. I'm just trying to think if that's how we want that to look. I actually think we might want to, I don't know, let's think about this. I think we might want to knock out a couple, let's knock out one of these blocks of white here before we add the blue and just replace it with 1 blue. I think that'll end up being a little bit better. Okay. Now to the right of the blue that we added, we're going to go ahead and add 3 blocks of white, so 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, the E is now complete. To the right of that, add 1 block of blue. Follow that now with 3 blocks of white, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and add 1 block of blue, followed by 1 white. Now to the right of that, add 2 blue, so 1 and 2, followed by 1 yellow. So there we go. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we might want to change this on the R. I think we do. In the middle here, so as you can see, this is going to be the R. So I think what we're going to do, rather than have 3 blocks of white here, let's go ahead and knock the middle out and replace it with 1 block of blue. I think that'll end up looking a little bit better. Alright, let's go ahead and move back in here on the left. And we're going to end up moving in quite a few blocks here. So what we're going to do is we will end up moving in, let's see, we'll move in 2 from the left. So on the third block here of yellow, we're going to go ahead and build up 2 blocks of yellow. So 1, 2. Now to the right of that, go ahead and add the 3 blocks of blue like we've been doing. So 1, 2, and 3. Follow that with 2 blocks of yellow now. So 1 and 2. And I'm just trying to think where we're at here. Let's take a look here. Alright, now to the right of that, let's add 1 block of blue. Followed by, let's see, we might do quite a few blocks of white from here. Yeah, I think we are going to do quite a few blocks of white here. So from this point, we're going to be adding 5 blocks of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now let's go ahead and switch to our blue. And we're going to be adding blue across these 8 blocks. So it'll end up on the far side of this set of 4 white blocks. So let's go ahead and add our 8 blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch to our white. And we're gonna go ahead and we will add 4 blocks of white now. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and switch to your blue now. And we're gonna add 4 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Follow that now with 3 blocks of white. 1, 2, and 3. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. Add 1 block of blue. Now add 2 blocks of white. 1, 2. Now add 1 blue and 1 yellow. Alright, so this is the way the build is looking thus far. I'm really happy with it. I think it's really come together. So let's go ahead and get back at it. So let's move in here on the right. We're going to go ahead and build up 1 block of yellow directly above this right side. Now we're going to add some blue blocks, and they're going to cover up all the way over here to the edge of this R. So that's going to end up being 7 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's go ahead and follow that with 4 blocks of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go ahead and switch to our blue. We're going to add 4 blocks of blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, that just covered those 4 white blocks just below it. Now go ahead and switch to your yellow. And the yellow is just going to cover these 8 blocks of blue here. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Like I said, that's just directly above the blue. So it matches up. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch to our blue. And we're going to end up building blue across the top of these 5 white blocks. So that's 5 blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to our yellow here. And we're going to add 5 blocks of yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Followed by 3 blue. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 yellow. 1 and 2. Let's just build up here on the left-hand side. Directly above the yellow, we're going to place 1 block of blue. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1 and 2. Now to the right, we're going to add 2 blocks of blue, so 1, 2. Followed by 2 blocks of yellow, 1, 2. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to skip 2 blocks of yellow, and on the 3rd block here, we're going to place 1 block of yellow, followed by 2 blocks of our blue, so 1, 2. Now go ahead and switch to your yellow here. And we're going to build 5 yellow across the top of these blue on the row below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go ahead and switch to your red. We're going to add 2 blocks of red, so 1 and 2. Followed by 1 blue. Now add 3 red, 1, 2, 3. Followed by 1 blue. Then 1 red. Now go ahead and switch to your yellow here. We're going to add 4 blocks of yellow just to cover up these blue directly below. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. And we're going to end up adding 5 blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to add yellow all the way out to the far right side, and I think it's 7 blocks, but I'll go ahead and give you the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we go. Okay, now what we need to do is we're actually going to move in quite a few blocks here. We're going to end up moving over to this 7th yellow block. So it's the one just before the blue, as you can see. And we're going to build up directly above that. So now to the left of that, we're just going to end up covering up these 5 blue blocks here with yellow. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm just trying to think where we're at here. I think what I might want to do is actually move back to the left-hand side of the build just to make sure that I don't get off track here a little bit and make sure that I don't mess up the basketball. So I think now that we've got that taken care of, I think I want to go ahead and move over here to the left. Let's go ahead and finish off the top of the sword over here. So for this, let's go ahead and we're going to build up one more set here. So build up directly above the yellow here, 1 block of blue. To the left of it, add 2 blocks of yellow, so 1 and 2. To the right, go ahead and add 2 blocks of blue, 1, 2. Now add 2 blocks of yellow, 1 and 2. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to cap this all off here. So let's go ahead and start here on the left. Let's build up 1 block of yellow. We're going to go ahead and add 1 block of yellow to the left of that. And to the right, let's just add 4 blocks of yellow so that we cover up this blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the sword is done. Now let's go ahead and move over here into the interior of the build where the basketball is going to be up here at the top. So you can see we have this 1 block of yellow followed by 2 blocks of blue. We're going to move in one from the left. So directly above this first block of blue, let's place 1 piece of yellow. Now we're going to add 2 blocks of blue, 1 and 2. Follow that with 3 red, 1, 2, 3. Now 1 block of blue, followed by 2 red, 1 and 2. Now 1 blue. Now 2 red, 1, 2. Followed by 1 blue. Now we're going to add quite a few red here. Let's go ahead and switch to that. And we're going to add red. I'm trying to think just how we're going to add. Maybe not quite a few. I guess quite a few is an overstatement. Let's add 4 blocks of red here. Actually, I don't know if we want to add 4. I'm just trying to think. Let's add 5 blocks, actually, of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do 4. Followed by 1 blue. Then 1 red. And there we go there. I think that'll be decent. I'm just trying to think. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll just do... We'll just build red all the way across that. I think that'll end up looking a little bit better. Alright. Let's go ahead and move up to the next row here. And what we're going to do is we'll just start over here on the left because I think it's a little bit easier. It'll make more sense. So, directly above the yellow here on the left-hand side, we're going to place 1 block of our yellow, followed by 1 piece of blue. Now 1 red. Go ahead and switch to your blue. Add 3 blocks of blue, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead now and add, well, actually 4 blocks of blue, excuse me, 4 blocks of blue, so there's 4. Now go ahead and switch to your red. We're going to add 2 pieces of red, 1 and 2, followed by 1 blue. Now 2 red, 1, 2. Now 1 blue. Now switch to your red. We're going to add 4 red, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and switch to your blue. We're going to add 2 pieces of blue, 1 and 2, followed by 2 red, 1, 2. Now 1 blue, and 1 yellow. Alright, so as you can see, the ball is starting to take shape now. Let's go ahead and we'll move in here on the left-hand side again, just like we did on the previous row. So let's go ahead and build up one more level here on the far left. So let's build up 1 piece of yellow directly above the yellow. To the right of that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 piece of blue. Now we're going to end up adding 4 blocks of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be building quite a few blue. Actually, it's going to end up going across all of this right here, plus another 4 blocks. So it's basically going to come across all the red over here, so it'll go to right there. So I'll go ahead and give you the count. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 pieces of blue, including that one that I added. Okay, now go ahead and switch to your red. And we're going to add 4 blocks of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by 1 blue, then 1 yellow. Alright, now we're going to start kind of tapering in to build the top of the basketball. So over here on the right, we're going to move in 1 to the left. So directly above the blue, add 1 yellow. Now follow that with 1 blue. Now go ahead and switch to your red. And we're going to add 7 blocks of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Followed by 1 blue. Now 2 red, 1 and 2. Now 1 blue. 2 red, 1, 2. Now 1 blue. And now 3 red, 1, 2, 3. Followed by 1 blue. And 1 yellow. Let's go ahead and move up. We're going to go ahead and move in 1 from the left. So directly above this blue block here, we're going to add 1 yellow. Followed by 1 blue. Now 2 red, 1, 2. Now 1 blue. 2 red, 1, 2. 1 blue. 2 red, 1, 2. 1 blue. Now we're going to be adding 6 red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by 1 blue. Let's go ahead and move up. Move in 1 from the right, so directly above the blue, add 1 yellow, followed by 1 blue. Now we're going to add 4 red, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by 1 blue. Now 2 red, 1 and 2. Now 1 blue. Go ahead and switch to your red. Add 4 red, 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 2 blue, 1 and 2. Then 1 yellow. Okay, go ahead and move up. Move in 1 from the left, so directly above the blue, add 1 yellow. Now go ahead and switch to your blue. We're going to add 3 blue, 1, 2, 3.
Are you listening?
Followed by 2 red, 1 and 2.
Damn.
Now 1 blue. Now 3 red, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and switch to your blue. And we're going to add 4 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 1 yellow. Go ahead and move up. Move in 1 from the right. We're going to add 3 yellow, so 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and switch to your blue now. And we're going to be adding, I'm just trying to think here, let's see, 2, 3. We're going to add 7 blue, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Followed by 3 yellow, 1, 2, and 3. And now we just need to cap off the 7 blue here at the very top with 7 yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And there we go. So this is the way the build is going to turn out. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. I definitely think it came together very nicely. It's a relatively quick build, not super large. I think that you could make it a little bit more detailed to really match the logo completely, but I think it would take a lot more time and also a lot more blocks. So I think that this is a great model to follow. I definitely think it'll fit in with a lot of the NBA logos, as I'd stated already. So I hope you'll try to build it on your maps. And with that, it's been a pleasure. Remember to like and subscribe, and as always, take care.